Welcome to Fall 2021. Students, this is Interpersonal Communication Skills, or COMM 20. I will go through our Canvas course with you to ensure that you have everything you need to be successful. Let's start with, how do you get to this page? Well, you got here hopefully from your dashboard, and you saw our course, clicked on it, and it brought you to this welcome page. The welcome page is important because it gives you this semester's office hours, Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 2 to 3. And any time that it is Tuesday to Wednesday, or Wednesday from 2 to 3, you can click on this Zoom meeting link and it will automatically take you to an office hours space where you can meet with me. Most of the time, however, you're going to be looking at the modules page. So let's click on modules. The modules give you everything you need in terms of preparation for any assignments, as well as content. They also have your quizzes and exams. This first week, as you're just getting started, you can find everything you need to prepare you for the class. The syllabus, this video, the textbook. There's even an optional syllabus quiz that you can do in the first week to get some extra credit. There's the Zoom office hours again, and then if you have time, take this demographic survey and we'll use that information for the audience analysis in your individual speech. There's some information about Canvas and campus resources. And then you'll see the class notes. These class notes, if I were you, I would download them. If you have a printer, I would print them out. What I do is I go through the material and I try to give you the information that you need that will make you successful on the exams. So, for example, in the first chapter that we cover, Communication, Vocabulary, and Rules, in these class notes, you're going to see all the terminology that you are supposed to know, or at least most of it. The best thing to do is to have these notes out as you go through each of the modules, each of the chapters, and you can take notes within them, you can add to them, you can also look at them to see what I think is important. This first set of notes will take you all the way through the first exam, and then there's also a class notes part 2 that will get you through the remainder of the semester. Let's go back to the modules. I tried to make it easy to follow, so every week is numbered. Week 1, Week 2, Week 3, so you can follow along. Before you get into the content of the course, however, I want you to notice that there is a module called the individual speech. Everything you need is in this module, and I'm not overstating it. This module is really dedicated to making you successful on the individual speech. Each of you must deliver an individual speech in front of at least 10 of your peers in order to get the oral communication transfer credit, which means you have to do this speech. It's required to pass the class. You can sign up for the speech on a day that works for you. There is a sign up right here, this first part, and as you can see, it takes you to a Google Doc, and you can choose which day works for you and sign up. The earlier you go, the more extra credit you get, but of course you have to choose a day and a time that works for you. Try to get in there early and put it on your calendar so that you won't have a problem making it work. Also, in this individual speech area, I tell you right away you get 10 points for using the Learning Center. That's all online. There is an individual speech packet, and this has everything you need to know about the speech in terms of the directions and the different options for doing a speech. It also gives you the rubric for the speech, and there is a sample outline that's already in here, so you kind of know how to move forward. I provided you with an easy to download speech outline template. So the best thing to do when you're preparing for your speech is to download this template, and don't change anything that's already on there. Literally just start to fill it in, and that way you'll have an outline that has all the correct areas. Now you might be wondering, well, how am I supposed to know how to fill out that speech outline? Well, right here under the same module, you're going to see this, how to download and fill out the speech outline, and that's a video that talks you through it. Let's keep moving on, because now we're getting to the content of the course. Here's the basic vocabulary and rules, and this is the first content area, and it tells you to start on page 2 of your class note packet. So you just, anytime you hit one of these modules that's based on content, you want to make sure and go through each part of the module. So it tells you, if you haven't done so, introduce yourself, open your class notes. Now you've got podcasts. This is what the podcasts look like, and basically for this chapter I provide you with short lectures. So you can either play these lectures for yourself, you can download them and then listen to them on your phone or in your car, and there's a couple sets of them. Or if you don't want to hear the sound of my voice, I completely understand. Instead, you can go to the transcripts of all of these podcasts, and it will download those transcripts, and you can just read through them instead of listening to my voice. You can also do both. So whatever kind of learner you are, there is a way to learn for you. Most weeks there will be a Google slide presentation, and this week is no different. So you always want to make sure and go through that, because that's usually the lecture for the week. And then at the end of each module, there's going to be a check to make sure that you went through the material and you understand it. There will either be a quiz, as there is this week, and notice that you get 3 attempts and you get to keep your highest score. Or there will occasionally be a discussion. So it's one or the other, either a quiz or a discussion. You want to make sure that every week that you have content, just like this first week, you go through all the material first, and then you do either the quiz or the discussion to end off the week. All of the quizzes and discussions are due on Sundays. And then there's week 3, week 4, week 5, etc. You'll see as you get to week 6, your first exam, and then at the end of the semester is exam number 2. That's really all there is. And if you have any questions, of course, you can email me, or you can use this little inbox and you can message me. Just by clicking this little pencil, you can message me and send me any questions that you might have. I truly look forward to having you in this COMM 20 class, to hearing your speeches, to reading your discussions, and I know that together you're going to get through this course just fine, and we're going to have a very successful semester. Okay, see you soon.